Alright guys, so as mentioned, we are going to be trying out the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and the shade that I picked up was 3W2, which is the shade Cashew, and it looks a little bit darker, but we're gonna make this work. So this foundation does not have a pump. I am going to take some of this in the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply that with a brush today. So I'm thinking that I'm going to apply it with a brush and then blend it out with a sponge. This brush is a Sephora brush and it's the number 54. This is like a really full coverage foundation, but I don't see that. Like, you can see my freckles still, and you can see some of the scarring on my cheeks. So I'm going to add a little bit more just to build the coverage up. Again, I'm going to go in with the same brush. This time I'm just going to put it on and then blend it out with my sponge. See if that helps. Alright, so now to just kind of neutralize some of the yellow in this, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape, I was going to say Tarte, and this is in the shade Tan, but I'm also going to go in with the Born This Way concealer in medium. I'm actually not a huge fan of this Born This Way. I feel like it doesn't have enough coverage on its own, but mixed in with a little bit of Shape Tape, it's pretty good. It is a very hydrating concealer, I will say that. So if you're dry and you're wanting something that really doesn't have a ton of coverage, I think that would be a good option for you. I'm just going to use my sponge. And I'm going to set my makeup with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'll be using my MAC, ooh, I can't even read this anymore. My little flat brush that you guys know I love. Alright, so I'm going to touch up my eyebrows. I have on Wonder Brow, but I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade and then just kind of touch them up so that they don't look so patchy. Alright, so now I'm going to just finish the rest of my face makeup, and then we'll come back and see what the final application and face looks like. We're going to keep it very basic, guys. I'm just going to the doctor. Alright guys, so this is what the foundation looks like on, and I have on my makeup. I just kept it, again, very basic. I didn't apply lipstick because I'm still drinking coffee. So, so far it looks really good. It's matte. What I will say is that it's definitely not a full coverage off the bat. Like, I feel like you really have to kind of build it up, which kind of makes me wonder how fast I'll go through this little bottle. So there is, I believe, a fluid ounce. Yes, 1 fluid ounce in this bottle. And again, I just really felt like I needed to build it up. So I do feel like I need to get a pump for this, because if I don't, then I'll continue just to probably pour out more than I really need. Whereas if I have a pump, I can control the amount of product I'm actually using. But I do like the way it looks. I do feel like the color is a good match. We'll just see how it wears throughout the day. Right now, it is 9:24 a.m. And I'll come back and show you guys just how it's worn throughout the day. We'll really see if this is a long wearing foundation, and just how it wears throughout the day with my normal skin. So if you're interested in seeing how this wears, then stick around and I'll give you guys my final reviews on this actual product. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the Estee Double Wear Foundation. I mean, let's be honest, my makeup looks like I just did it. It hasn't budged. My skin looks super matte. Really, what I'm going to tell you guys, what impresses me the most is, so today I wore sunglasses just about the entire time I was outside. And I wore them for quite a while because of driving to the doctor's office, driving back, running errands. It was really sunny outside, just spent, you know, being outside for some time. And I will tell you guys that typically the line, or the pads of the sunglasses will lift the makeup up, and you can see the dent of the pad just a little bit, like right there. But it did not remove the makeup. Again, you can kind of just see the outline a little bit, but it still has makeup on. It still is very matte. And honestly, like, I just look at my complexion and it looks like I just did my makeup. It doesn't look like I've had it on for several hours. It is now 7:03 p.m. and considering that it's been several hours later, my makeup looks really good. So, and I didn't touch up at all. I literally applied my foundation and then went in with my Laura Mercier setting powder because I knew I'd be wearing sunglasses, so I wanted to make sure that the makeup didn't really move. But I will tell you guys, I feel like even without the powder, the makeup would have lasted just as long. I have worn it already in the past, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it because I felt like the color may be a little yellow, and then I also felt like I needed a lot for it to give me the full coverage that I like. I don't feel like it looks heavy at all. It doesn't look cakey. It didn't bunch anywhere. And I was concerned that it would feel too dry or that it would be too dry for my skin type. I am normal. I was combination before. My T-zone was a little bit oilier, but I found really that now my skin is just normal. I'm not oily anywhere. I'm not dry anywhere. I'm normal. So it looks really good. And I took a little nap. I took like a 20-minute nap. So I was laying down, and as you guys can see, everything is still intact. Like my blush, my contour, my highlight. There's no creasing on my lids. Like, I'm really impressed with how it's worn. So with that being said, I will tell you guys that I do feel that this is a really amazing foundation. I feel like if you're looking for a product that's going to wear long, that's going to look flawless, and it's just really going to combat any weather condition, this is probably your go-to foundation. This foundation varies in prices. You can get it as low as $38 and you can get it as high as $40. I'm not sure why there's a fluctuation in pricing, but I would tell you that I think it's a pretty standard price for a foundation. It does wear really long. My only complaint is I hate the fact that it doesn't have a pump. I love a pump on a foundation. I will be purchasing a pump for this. I can't rock with this. Like, honestly, it bothers me. I feel like you waste more product because you're having to, you know, place a product on the back of your hand or palette. Just give me a pump. I do feel like it is a luxurious bottle. You have just a frosted glass. It is very heavy duty. You know, you have the gold lettering. It looks like a very nice, sturdy bottle. I feel that at this point, we should really probably look at updating the packaging. I mean, it is, again, a nice looking bottle. It is heavy, but really, Estee Lauder, come on, we can do a pump. I feel like it would make such a difference. The other thing is, if you are a dry skin type, I would say you would have to mix this with something that's a little bit more hydrating. So whether it's a little bit of your foundation a more hydrating foundation, a moisturizer, something, because I do feel like it felt a little dry on my skin. And if you're dry, then it's going to feel super dry on your skin. Like, it felt really tight. I almost took some Fix Plus and sprayed myself, but I wanted to see if that was a feeling that would continue throughout the day, and honestly, no. I think eventually it just kind of blended in with my own skin and oils, and I feel good. I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup on. I don't feel like I have a thick layer of cake. Like, it feels nice. It feels really lightweight. I do have really awesome coverage. I can still see a little bit of my freckles and scarring, but I like the coverage. I do like the end result. I can't complain. I'm really happy with it. So I highly recommend this foundation if you're looking for something that's long wearing, or if you have a special event coming up, like a wedding, a quinceañera, a bridal shower, you name it. Whatever your special occasion, I feel like this would be an awesome foundation for that special day. I will tell you guys that it does have a little bit of a scent. It's not a fragrance, it's like a chemically scent. It's very faint, but it's there. So if you're sensitive to smells, you're probably not going to like this. But there is a little bit of a scent to it. I don't smell it, you know, once I applied my foundation, I didn't smell anything, but it does have a little bit of a stinky smell. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was useful to you. If you are on the fence about getting this, get it. Get it, girl. Get it. It's really good. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you have any suggestions. I did see that you guys are starting to leave me some suggestions for upcoming videos. I'm not ignoring you. I have been very busy, so I haven't been able to respond to you guys, but I will be doing that. And yes, I will do these videos hopefully very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome to mi familia. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.